Assalomu alaykum aziz do'stlar, sizlar bilan Islombek Ibragimov. Yana biz YouTube kanalidamiz, sizlar bilan birgalikda. Demak, bugun men Hindistondaman. Hindistonga uchib keldim. Nima uchun uchib keldim deb so'rasangiz, India Soft degan juda ham katta ko'rgazma bo'lib o'tyapti Dehli shahrida va Dehli shahriga biz mana shu Hindistonda IT yo'nalishi rivojlangan, call center juda ham rivojlangan va shu ko'rgazmada qatnashish uchun keldik va to'g'rimda o'tirgan do'stimiz, akamiz ismlari Kapil, Sharma va Ular bugungi kunda Tara degan juda ham katta tashkilotni, call centerni rahbarlari. Keling ular bilan tanishamiz. Ular call centerda bugungi kunda nechta xodim ishlaydi, nima ishlar qilishadi, bu yerdagi tajribalari qanday qilib ular muzokara olib borishadi, mahsulotlarni qanday sotadi, shular haqida biroz suhbat qilamiz. Kelgusida bular bilan hamkorlik qilmoqchimiz. Xudo xohlasa u yog'iga endi nasib qilgani bo'ladi aziz do'stlar. Hello Mr. Kapil.
Hello.
I'm very glad to see you. Introduce yourself to our Uzbek nation. Lots of followers will see you and tell who you are, what is the reason of your coming to the exhibition.
Okay. So good evening. I'm from Jammu and Kashmir in India. It's the northernmost state, and I have been to Uzbekistan 3 times, and I like your country. And I am here in India Soft as I am a software engineer, and I'm running a company from last 15 years, and I've got multiple BPOs, and I'm into multiple businesses. So BPO is my one line of business where I have more than 100 people working for me in different locations. So we are into multiple lines of BPOs. In India we have call centers for various different businesses like insurance, like car sales, like collections, like automobile sales, like hospitals, like aviation industry. There are BPOs in different fields. So my reason was to get clients from different countries where we can collaborate and start some business across Uzbekistan, India or Dubai, India or other countries, because it's difficult to get clients from outside. It's difficult to connect because there is always a middleman culture in every country. In India also we have a lot of middlemen. They take their commission and they don't let the collaboration to be strong. Now I have met people like you who have come directly from their country. We can get collaborated together and we can start some business wherein both of us can be partners and we can have some good profit.
Very good.
Yeah.
So BPO is very much developed in India, right?
Yes.
So specifically to understand our follow, what the BPO meaning? What is the meaning of BPO? And
okay. BPO is called business process outsourcing.
Okay.
That means that if you have a business, like you have a hospital, or like you have an airline company, or like you have a telecom company, there are different small processes in your company. Like airline has a ticketing process. Airline has like they give food in the aeroplane, so that is a food process. And there are different processes. Like in telecom, there is a marketing process. There is a customer acquisition process. Then you have to retain the customer that he doesn't go to another company. So that is a retention process. So all these processes, small processes, company is not able to do at the same time. So what they do, they outsource these processes to a third company, and which they call business process outsourcing. So like you are a company, I outsource my process to you, you manage that process and give me the result. I manage my core business. My core business is getting the customer.
Very good. And Mr. Kapil, in our country, in Uzbekistan also, outsourcing is very much developed, but in some specific fields, for example, social media marketing. For example, marketing part they can give to outsource, but call center, lots of organizations, they are not ready and they don't believe, and they think that giving call center to outsource is one of the big mistakes. What is your opinion in this case?
They are absolutely wrong, because the kind of work and the kind of efficiency it can bring by outsourcing, it can't bring on their own, because that's not their core business. See, for example, if there is a telecom company in Uzbekistan and their core business is to get the customers. So if they outsource their call center, the third party, like for example you are a third party, you can tell them that I got so many calls since the morning. Like you can have different ways of sharing the data. You can share some calls, you can share the data. They want to know how many customers are calling, what is the customer data trend, and what do they want, what is lacking in our service that they want, what is the feedback that we are getting. So there is a very scientific analysis of data that only a third party can do. On their own they can't do, because they can only simply put a software and the call will come and they will get the report in the end that so many people called, and end of the story. But that's not the end of the story. The story starts from there. For me, the story starts from there, because the kind of customer that is calling, if for example for an airline there is not the kind of food that is coming, like for example they don't want something, but the airline will not know until there is somebody who tells them, and I am that company who will tell them that, sir, I got so many calls since the morning and people don't like this food. So that is analysis of the data. They will not know on their own, because that is not their core business. That is my core business.
That's great. You are absolutely right. And tell me 3 main reasons to give a call center to outsource.
The first reason is that there is a lot of manpower attrition in this. Manpower attrition is people keep coming and going.
Yes.
Because it is generally, our manpower is a younger manpower, starting from 18 to 22, 23, who want just pocket money and they want to run their, you know, kind of girlfriend and all that with that money. It's not that they're running a home with that. So we have a very specific set of people, and they are those people who just jump into one job from the other job. So there's a lot of attrition. A general attrition in a call center is about 30% per year. So we need to get people all the time. It's a process of getting new people and the old people leaving. So that a big company cannot do. For example, a U-Mobile in Uzbekistan, if it is having a 1,000-seater call center, 300 people leaving every month and they're getting 300 more people.
It's very big trouble.
So, and it's a trouble. So that is first reason, because you can't run a call center until you don't manage the attrition. Second is the analysis of data. Analysis of data that you want. You tell me that I want to know this trend of what is happening with my customers. We give that analysis of the data. And third is that hardcore selling. For example, you are selling something. You are selling insurance. So an insurance company can't go to every door and sell it. That a call center can do. We can go to different places just to make a call and ask them if they are interested. We send the person and they buy the insurance. So these are 3 factors that is very difficult for the company to maintain on their own.
Very good. Why did you decide to choose BPO call center? What was the main reason?
Main reason for me, I'm into multiple lines of business. I'm into government contracts, where I do projects for government of J&K and government of India. And then I am into hardware selling. I sell computers, I sell those kind of hardwares. And then BPO is my one line of business. So BPO I chose because I wanted to give employment to people of my state. Because government projects give me money. For example, a project gives me 100 rupees. BPO gives me 10 rupees. But that 100 rupees will employ only 5 people. This 10 rupees will employ 100 people. So I want to do something for my people, so I keep those people for the employment's sake. So this business is there because I can have a good office, I can employ a lot of people. My other projects are more of a field projects, like they are on the field and we have to work on the road. So like road construction, these other projects are there. But then again, they are not employment intensive. They just employ very few people. So that's why the BPO is there, to get more employment, to have a good office, big office, and that is the aim of having BPO.
Very good. And when did you start call center BPO business?
I started in 2015 with Airtel. Airtel is one of the largest operators of telecom in India, and Airtel we performed so well that we slowly started getting other processes, and finally in 3 years I completed all the processes of Airtel. Like the first process I started was with value-added services selling. Like we put the cricket pack, we put the horoscope, we put the other packs, like different packs are there, we put those packs, and then we charge the customer. The company charges 30 rupees, gives me 10 rupees, keeps 20 rupees, like that. So that was the process that I started with. Then we went to the collection. Collection is a postpaid bill that you make. If you don't give the payment, then you get a call from somebody, sir, please make the payment. You still don't pay, then the person comes to your house to make the payment, to get the payment. So that is one process. Then that way I went into multiple processes. Then I went into Airtel. From Airtel I went into Tata. From Tata I went into Vodafone. From Vodafone I went into Idea. And finally I worked with all the companies, all the telecom operators of India. So I am enrolled with all the companies of India.
Good. So how many employees in call centers?
Right now I have about 100-seater which is running in J&K.
Very good. What kind of difficulties you face it in order to control, to collect everyone? Because 100 people, controlling of 100 people, it's not easy. And at the same time, they should work like a watch. Otherwise, your business collapse, right? So which kind of difficulties you face it, and how you solve those kind of problems?
So the first difficulty is very internal. like the internal politics of the teams.
Okay.
One team is here, the another team is here, then they are always having a fight. So controlling those fights and keeping a balance between the different teams which work in the same atmosphere, that is the biggest challenge that we face. Because if they have misunderstanding, the whole team disappears one day. Like if there is a team of 30 people are not coming to the office the next day, my work is suffering. So that is a bigger problem than attrition, because they don't want to leave the job, but then they want to hijack the whole thing, fighting between each other.
Yes.
So that is the biggest problem.
If one tomato is spoiled,
others but they are not spoiled also. They just want to push the pressure towards me for some time, that you are doing something in the other guy's favor. So it's important to keep the balance. Balance is very important. I have to keep everyone happy.
Yes,
that's the case.
Mr. Kapil, you told me that if you have 1,000 seats, every 300 will leave and newcomers come. This kind of problem I think you also have.
I also have. So there is a separate HR cell which has to be there.
So that means we need HR team as well.
We need, if you're running a call center, you need 3 teams. One is operations. Operations is which is actually doing the business and sending report to your clients in the evening. See, you have reports like the reports I showed you in the day. First is operations. You do the work in the evening. You send the reports to the client, whatever is required. Second is the HR. HR is always managing the manpower. 2 guys are leaving, next day 2 new are coming. That is their own job. And
you should have extra people.
HR people. HR team has to be separate. They are always getting new people into the system, and the old ones are leaving. And third one is the IT. IT is always keeping the systems, your headsets, your everything in order.
Voice should come,
everything, because if one system fails, the person is sitting, we can't afford the cost. So that IT, operations and HR, these are the 3 pillars of running a call center.
Yes. You said about the controlling of people, it's not easy. Are you involved in your BPO job, or how many hours do you spend in order to to run your business well?
Right. So I am not involved much with BPO, because BPO is a very small line of business for me. My business is separate, so I am more involved in that. But yes, BPO business I am doing for 15 years now. It is almost like an autopilot mode. So there are people who are managing it. I get into scene in getting the contract, like customer acquisition. I am here to get the business from different countries. Like I am talking to you, if we get a good business, then getting business and getting into my system and getting the system to run. Till then I am involved. Then there are people to run the show. They are doing it on the daily basis. So I'm just into the business part.
Very nice. So you are not involved. Do you have any corner in your office in BPO, or you don't have any corner? I mean, is there any seat where you come and sit, or you don't have? For example, in my office, I have my separate room where I see and talk to my people how is sale going on and everything. And what about you?
I have my own cabin. Yeah.
But
I have
you come really?
No, I come every day. I come every day. Yes, I spend almost 12 hours every day. Almost 12 hours. Yeah, I come 9 in the morning. I go 9 in the evening. I'm 12 hours, because the business other businesses that I'm doing, they are taking a lot of my time and pressure. Even BPO also, but then again, this is more like an autopilot thing. So other things are taking too much of my time. So that's why I'm there.
Very nice. And 2019. Very big problem came to the world. It is coronavirus. And during the coronavirus, what happened with your BPO business? Please give me some brief information.
Actually, to tell you very honestly, in India and across the world, because of coronavirus, IT has gained too much. There is a lot of profit in the IT business. All the valuation, India's biggest IT company is Infosys, Wipro and TCS. Tata Consultancy Services is the market capital #1 company in India. Tata Consultancy's valuation in Indian stock market is #1 from last 10 years. And valuation has gone up after coronavirus because of the work from home culture. When you work from home, you need software, you need servers, everything is on the call. So IT business has gone into a different mode after coronavirus. It's not, we have made more profit actually. We are very
honest. You are in more profit?
We are in more profit because of this work from home, and everybody wants to work from home.
You could save some expenses?
Yes, expenses, and our manpower could sit at home and make the calls. because calling can't stop. Calling was everywhere. It was happening.
You need notebook. You need to buy equipment.
That is there. But in call center, if we have to go to the lower mode, we can always work simple with the laptop and headset. We have a better software now, and all the dialers are all server cloud based. Dialers are all cloud-based. Okay. You can just log into a web page and put your headset and use your phone also, you can answer the calls. Oh, so all the biggest corporates, like for example, all the biggest airlines in India, they are all having your younger people working from home. Nobody is sitting in the call center and taking the call.
So that was a very good composition, and it was very comfortable for you.
Yes.
Coronavirus brought you more
profit, yes.
Profit and more opportunity, right?
Not to me, I am a small player, but to bigger companies also, to everyone. Whoever was into IT, at least in India, made a lot of money in this.
But creating the culture, remote culture, is not easy, because when your people, for example, in Uzbekistan, still remote system is not developed very much, because they think that if I make a remote mode, right? So people, employers will not work at home. They will say that they are working, but they may not answer the calls. They may not be on the place, and there can be some kind of voices of child, right? Some son or boy can come and, mother, I want to eat, or something. Different kind of stuff happens. Which kind of, in your case?
In India, in my case and in India generally, we compensated the staff.
Okay.
It all depends on the kind of money that you give your staff. Okay. If you have your people, you are paying 30% extra, and you are telling them to sit at home in one room and work for 8 hours. They don't mind, because finally they are saving on the fuel. Fuel is a big cost in Delhi, because one end to the other end you have to drive 1.5 hours, 2 hours every day. So you save that fuel. So if somebody drives for 1 hour every day, you save 10,000 rupees, like about 10,000 rupees every month. So, and you save that 10,000, and then you get 30% extra. You get 30,000 extra. So you're making that 40,000 window that you have because of working at home. So you don't mind that 40,000 just to sit in a room. So it's like a win-win situation for the companies as well as the people.
Very people. Good. Very nice. For example, suppose you are in Uzbekistan, and what would you do? What would you share with Uzbekistan in order to create BPO?
I was waiting for this question, because right now I am in India Soft, and I am meeting delegations from Tanzania, from Kenya, from London, UK, America, from different countries.
Okay.
I only work with a country I love, and I love Uzbekistan, because I have been there thrice and I really like the people in Uzbekistan. So that's one reason, because now I am at a stage where I can pick and choose. It's not about which country wants me, it's about which country I want, that way. So I'm here giving you the interview not because you are who, but because you are from the country where when I went, I felt people are so warm, so hospitable, that they were really nice. When I go to the market, they are ready to offer some food, everything for free, which doesn't happen in other Asian countries. I have traveled all across Asia, but so that is one reason I am interested to work with Uzbekistan. And about the business, yes, we can always find.
What would you give?
I would give my experience. I would give my experience of running a call center. Yes, if I get more English-speaking people on the other end, they can learn more from me, because then we can converse better. So of my experience that I have Uzbekistan, 50% younger people are good with English. 50% can't speak, but yes, 30-40% are very good with English. So if those 30% people can make a subset, and that subset can work for us technically, we can set up a call center, not a problem.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
You will share your experience, you will give your experience, and from my side I will provide you employers.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
That
so last 1.5 months we had a video conference with the IT Park Minister of your Uzbekistan. He had come to Delhi. So he showed us what is the kind of beautiful investment that is coming in the field of IT in Uzbekistan, and how people from India should go and invest there and start the business there. But the kind of investment that I saw and he showed me, that was of the international level, and it was very beautiful, and I was impressed with him. And I told him, if there is anything we can do, I'm ready to do that, and I'm ready to be there and help you in any case.
Very nice. Yeah. That's very great. Yeah. Very interesting conversation. And,
same here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That you came from far place in order to give interview to our Uzbek nation, and they will really appreciate it, and I'm very happy to meet you. It was very much difficult to catch you, and you are a very busy person.
Thank you very much.
And I really appreciate that you called me yourself. This is how collaboration works. You may just say, okay, let him come 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock. This is sale. When you contact people, you start selling. If you didn't call me, we would not be here, right? So the main point, I really appreciate that you messaged me on WhatsApp. You said, yes, please, my colleagues told me that you came to me and you wanted to meet, and I really appreciate
this.
That's why,
this because there are Uzbek people watching this. This, I want to say, this is where the hospitality matter. This is where every person has to be good to a person from outside. I remember Uzbekistan is a very warm nation, so it is always because of the small helps that I got on the road from people. That is all that matters at the end of the day. So I came here because of all the experience that I had in your country. So it's always both ways. So it was really nice talking to you, and great. And if I can be of any help, I am always there.
Yes, I will invite you to Uzbekistan, and you will come, and we will enjoy, and we will create a big business together.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking. Sizlar bilan Usmonbek Ibragimov bo'ldi va Mr. Kapil Sharma 100 dan ortiq inson ishlaydi ularda call centerida va call markazida juda ham zo'r bizneslarni aytib berishdi. Xudo xohlasa mana shunday biz tajribalarni ulashamiz o'zbek xalqiga va O'zbekistonda ham mana shu BPO biznes nima degani? Business process outsource, ya'ni biznes jarayonlarini outsourcega, chetga berish degan ma'noni anglatadi. Xudo xohlasa sizlarga ko'rsatuvimiz maroqli bo'ldi degan umiddaman. Hamkorlikni biz yaqinda boshlaymiz. Salomat bo'linglar.